Okay, so I decided to do it. I was going through the YouTube, checking out some of the media mod videos, and I came across David Harry's channel. Now, I decided to follow that hack, and I just want to be upfront and honest, say it's not my idea, not my brainchild. This idea comes from David Harry, and here's my version of it. What David's idea or notion was with this was to try to build with GoPro intended to or made you think they did. And he really pulled it off. He did a nice job on it. So my question was, can somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of experience building up mics and that kind of stuff, how practical was it and how easy was it to do? So I gave it a shot. So let's switch over to that. Now, all things being honest, I did test it out. I did test it out so I could see if it worked, so I didn't waste my time out here. It did come out a little bit lower. So let's full-fledged go over to it in a video, film a little bit on it, and see how it works out. Now, just because it works doesn't mean it's a full success. If it works and sounds good, now that is, oh, it works, sounds better than just a media mod. Now that's a success. So let's flip it over and let's see what we see. So how is it? How does it sound? I don't have it on a tripod yet. All right, so you guessed it. Yesterday's video didn't work out. So when I swapped it on over, aesthetically everything was fine, the structure of it. But the wiring I didn't have correctly. Everything was recorded in mono, very low. It wasn't good. So went back to the drawing board, tore it all back down, figured out how the wire schematic should be all soldered together, and got it back together. Now, as you can tell, it's a whole nother day. It took me a little bit of time to tear it all down, figure it out, but now I think I got it perfectly. And the question isn't does it work, but does it work better? If it doesn't work any better, then, you know, what the hell is all this for? It's just, you know, an exercise for nothing. So, but I'm banking that it does. And if it does work better, then it saves me a little bit of time with hooking up the Rode Wireless Go on days that I just want to use the shotgun style. All right, so anyway, yesterday's video when I swapped on over, and I'm going kind of slow right now because I don't want all the excess noise. I have the mic a little bit farther away. But yesterday's video, I also described how I did it. So let me show you and describe. I had the Rode Video Micro sitting in a drawer doing nothing since the GoPro Hero 6 Black, because the 7 had better internal mics. I didn't think I needed as much, and the 8 definitely did. But also, I didn't like the cold shoe connection, that plastic contraption framework that holds it. It's floppy, it falls apart. It's horrible. I didn't like it. So it's just sitting in a drawer doing nothing. I ordered another media mod and said, what the hell, let's give it a shot. So I did, and here's what I had to do. So I measured out how far I wanted it to extend out from the front of the media mod. I took a tube cutter and I cut it to that length. Those wires inside are very small, so I gently pulled them out of the 3.5 millimeter jack on the bottom, so I have an extended amount of wire to work with. Then I took the red wire and I cut that to length as well. Now it's time to take apart the media mod. I stuck it in a vise just to hold it. I got my heat gun and my pick tools, and I started heating up the adhesive that was holding it in and pried those screens away, taking out the foam inserts I had in there as well to expose those little mics that are inside. I then took the back one and grinded down half, glued that back in. I took my Rode that I cut off, and I epoxied, a 2-foot epoxy that to the front of it. I then ran my wires. Now, those wires, like I was saying, are really small. So in order to join those and connect those with a solid connection, couldn't butt connect them, and taping just no good. So I soldered them, and I had some tubes of heat shrink that I cut to size. I had those on the wires so I can heat them up and shrink it down to cover them to protect the exposed wires. And then I put the screens, I epoxied it back together. I also found the foam cover to use as a wind guard to protect it from the wind. So here we are, and let me show you the finished product on day 2. So there it is. I got the foam cover. I got it adhered. You can see where the epoxy is a little bubbled, and you can see the screen took a little bit of a beating. There is the half of the back that I grinded out to fit it in, nice and secure. There it is with the foam off. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also cut the screen that was inside to fit. I thought aesthetically that looked nice when I'm not using the foam. And that's it. Okay, so aesthetic wise, I don't think it came out too bad. I like it, and functionality, we'll find out more when I go back and play it, but I'm optimistic. I really think it's going to sound good now. So that's it for the video. I just wanted to make a quick video about it. I thought the hack was really cool. David Harry came up with a real cool idea. I happen to have the stuff to do it, so I wanted to see how practical it was for a guy like me to figure it out, and I'm happy. So David, man, thanks for the idea. I really loved it, and I'm gonna ride a little bit now. So if you have any questions, comments, or you want to just talk about it below, hit me up. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. But I'll catch you next time. Later. Time to ride.